Hello, it's the Friday Talkie. What can I tell you today then? I've not got a heck of a lot to talk about. Quite often I do video responses and stuff when I've run out of things to say, but I haven't really been watching YouTube. I said this in my super uber long Battlefield 3 video. If you haven't seen that, do. Or not. It's long and rambling and silly, and I play badly. And I don't think everyone got to see that I'd uploaded that, because I uploaded it in the middle of the night, so it may have been missed. Anyway, I'm going to show you what I got for Christmas, because I really haven't got anything else much to talk about. So, yeah. Presents. What did I get? I got that. You may or may not know that already by now. As I said, gameplay video is up already. Awesome game. Really, really, I can't tell you how much I enjoy this. You'll probably get the gist of that if you watch 3 plugs of one video in one video. That's excessive. Other stuff, also gaming related, I got this. What the hell is that, you might ask? It's an N-Gage. Technically speaking, it's a mobile phone. It's a Nokia. You could I'm not sure if they still do them. N-Gage games you could play on other Nokia phones like your N95 among more modern phones, but this was like the original N-Gage. It, as well as being a phone, it's kind of like an iPhone before the iPhone. It's got internet access. I haven't tried this. I've stuck a SIM in it that apparently gives internet access, but it's not even, the SIM isn't registered. It's a pay-as-you-go, and I couldn't be bothered to fiddle around with it because I just wanted this for playing the games. Let's try and turn it on. I will do a full video of this. I don't know what the battery life is like. Battery life matters to me. It's one of the most important things when you buy anything that requires a battery. Booting up. I don't know if you can see that. Still booting. Still booting. Anyway, it's a handheld games console as well as a phone. Quality-wise, the quality of the games, it's kind of, it's not as, it kind of falls between the Game Boy Advance and the SIM card registration failed. I don't care. It kind of falls between the Gizmondo and the Game Boy Advance. Not quite as good as the Gizmondo, but better at 3D than the Game Boy Advance. Tiny screen. But I will do a full review of that in due course. And I'll turn off. Put the thing down when you find a space. Where am I going to put it? There will do. I've got some games to go with that. MotoGP, had a go at that. Very hard to control, but I only had a very brief go, and I hadn't learned the tracks, so I hope to get better at that. Asphalt Urban GP, or Asphalt, I've never called it Asphalt, but whatever. Yes, another racing type game that I haven't got the hang of yet. 2 more that I haven't even tried. Pandemonium, don't know anything about that. Looks like a platformy kind of game. Looks quite, I'm looking at the pictures on the back. This is still sealed. That looks quite good. And this, Pocket Kingdom, Own the World. This is an exclusive for the N-Gage, apparently. You can play either single player or it's like an MMORPG on your phone. Apparently it's very good. I doubt that you can still play it online. Their network service, I believe, has since closed down. So I doubt I'll ever get to experience the MMORPG aspect of it, which is fine by me because I've never played that kind of game anyway. But I suppose it's a shame that they have taken that functionality away. But what can you expect? It's old. I would say it's a failed system, but they supported it for a long while. So even though it didn't have the massive sales, they didn't just crap all over their early adopters by saying, yeah, okay, we're going to take that away from you now. Which is good. Other stuff that I got. As seen on TV, it says. It's a camera with flash. Japanese, obviously. Nippon. I guess this is from the 80s. I'm not sure exactly. It's a automatic camera, 35mm basically. Just kind of cool in that it's so retro and kind of cheesy. I haven't got a film camera, so I don't. Can you still get slight transparency type films for slides? Because if you can, I'm going to get some, because another present I got was this, which is a slide viewer. Now, I haven't seen one of these since the 80s, because my dad used to use transparencies, or slides if you prefer, and when he wasn't using the projector to display them, we used one of these, where you put the transparency slide thingy in there, push it in, it lights up, and you can see it through the magnifying glass at the front here. And I just get ultra nostalgia just holding this. It's so cool. It kind of looks like one of those things out of the original series of Star Trek, and Spock sitting there peering into it. Yeah, I'm chuffed with that. Even if I don't get to use it, I like that. Space, I have none. More uber retro. Some of you will know what that is, some of you won't. Rolf Harris advertised these in the 70s. It's a stylophone. It's like a little keyboard, but you play it with a stylus. The keyboard itself is made of metal, and you play it by touching the stylus to the metal keyboard, creating a circuit, and it plays sounds. And that was a god-awful sound. That's not the standard sound. Where's the... That's the standard sound. I can't play. Yeah, but that's beside the point. It's just retro uber cool. And I grinned greatly when I opened this up on Christmas Day, because I've been wanting to get one of these for ages. They come up on eBay every so often. This is a reproduction. It's a modern one as opposed to one of the 70s ones. Reliability, I think, is probably quite a factor with these. It would be an understatement to say they're cheaply made. So for the old ones to survive, yeah, very happy with that. Other stuff, there was something else I was going to show you. Oh yeah. Oops. Monty Python's Flying Circus. I've got all of the films. You know, the Life of Brian, Holy Grail. God, what was that other one? The one that wasn't very good. I can't remember the third one. And Now for Something Completely Different, which was sort of an amalgam of their best bits all thrown together. But I hadn't got the series, and that's like the complete, is it 4 series? Something, yes, 4 series all together in DVD box set. Glory something sentence there. Yeah, so I'm kind of working my way through that and thoroughly enjoying that, because you can't beat a bit of Python. And there were some books, which was a David Bowie book and a Peculiar Names book, which I won't hold up to the camera because they're buried under piles of stuff. That you will know, well, you may not, some of you know, I'm a Gary Newman fan, and I mean, he had a big hit in the 80s with Cars in about 1980, 81, somewhere around there. Most people will have heard of Cars. He had some other hits before and after that as well. And the general perception is that he just fizzled out and faded away and hasn't done anything for donkey's years. Not true. He never stopped. And this is his latest album, Dead Sun Rising. And it's... Actually, I haven't heard all of it yet because I haven't had the time. I've played a few tracks where I just grabbed a few minutes and really liked what I heard. I mean, he's sort of rediscovered his love for music and basically stopped trying to have hits and doing what he thought people wanted him to do and just did what he wanted to do, which, as it turns out just lately, is copy Nine Inch Nails. And Trent Reznor cites Gary Newman as one of his biggest influences, which is a perfectly reasonable thing to do. Gary Newman clearly is influenced by Nine Inch Nails, but he just kind of rips them off wholesale. It amuses me. There's enough of his own sound there, more in his vocal style, to make it like legitimate and not... I don't like hearing bands rip off other bands. You know, I wouldn't listen if it was just straight Nine Inch Nails, but the Gary Newman vocal sets it apart, and I think it's original enough to not say eh. And it's an enjoyable listen, I have to say. I've got to find the time to listen to the whole thing, and a few times really, because I never really grasp whether or not an album is good or how good or whatever until I've listened to it a few times at least, and I haven't had the time yet. Must, after doing this video, I think, yes. So that's that. That's what I had. I have the feeling there's other stuff that I've forgotten, but if I have, it's not in immediate reach. I'm reaching out there to... Yeah. Anyway, that's that. That's goodies I got for Christmas. Jump cut there. I've just been waffling and I've edited it all out because I was saying my closing comments before I got to the close. There's a thing I heard about last night. I don't know how big it's hit the news, and it was something Andrea was reading to me, so I've not read the entire details, but it was about Microsoft Xbox Live users being hacked, apparently. Now, I don't know to what degree this has been confirmed. Has Xbox Live itself been hacked in the same way as PlayStation Network was? Certainly people's details have been stolen, money has been stolen, access to credit cards, PayPal, all kinds of stuff has been stolen. Microsoft are saying, no, this was a phishing attack. This is not a network vulnerability. People have been phished and given away their passwords. But they would say that, wouldn't they? I don't know if that's true. One thing that they said that I find incredibly cynical, I understand it from a business point of view. If these people have just been phished, I understand Microsoft saying it. But they have said they will compensate anyone who can prove they lost money, but they have to prove they didn't give away their password. How the hell do you prove you didn't give away your password? I mean, this is guilty until proven innocent in the court of Microsoft. That is so cynical because they know no one can prove it. I understand if people have given away their passwords, lost access to their accounts, been robbed because they fell for a phishing scam. That's not Microsoft's fault, and Microsoft shouldn't have to compensate those people. I understand that. That is fair. But to say, we'll compensate you if you can prove you didn't give it away, is incredibly cynical, because it just means they don't have to account for anything. I think they should be proving that their security was not breached before they go saying things like that. Very, very... There's something very dodgy there. It's arrogant. I'm disliking the arrogance there greatly. Sony, I think, were far more forthcoming when they were hacked. And they were certainly slow about admitting they'd been hacked. But when it was proven that they were hacked, they were very upfront about, I believe, were they upfront about compensating? Either way, they were certainly not so arrogant as to say, yes, you prove you didn't give your details away and then we'll give you some money, maybe, if you're lucky. Very dodgy. It's got me thinking on a whole load of subjects. Corporate dominance of the world, basically, that I think I'm going to find myself talking about on my other channel, on Benway's World. There's a whole load of crap going on in the world and in my head, addressing what's going on in the world. I think I need to address that fairly soon and say what I'm thinking. Yeah, so basically, if you've got a Xbox 360, you're on Xbox Live, all of that lot, you've got an account with them, do not, if you get an email saying update this or click this or do that from an email, for God's sake, don't. Be careful. People are losing money because they're not paying attention to what they're doing. There are things you can do to tell if something is a phishing scam, like hover over links. If something says click here to sign in, don't. They're very, very common tricks, and it amazes me that people fall for them, but they do a lot. Okay, now I'll do my closing. I haven't got a shout out. I haven't been on YouTube barely at all, as I said in my previous video. It's been Christmas. I've been having fun. I haven't actually been getting drunk. I've had very, very little to drink. Actually, have I had a drink at all? I don't think I've had a drink at all. I may have something at New Year anyway. But yes, I haven't been on YouTube. I've been very just family, sort of social activities and stuff, and watching telly and films and playing video games and playing Battlefield a lot. Yeah, so I haven't been, I've got nothing to shout out because I haven't been on here. But what's coming up? I've got lots of games to do videos of. As always, I'm not going to be running short of games to video at any point in the near or probably even distant future. Engage games, I will be doing some of those. I will be doing more of the games sent to me by Ninja Bear Hug and Eshen, probably pronouncing that right, Tia. I will be doing videos of those Commodore 64 games, and I've got a game to play on the Apple Mac because yeah, I was sent that Mac by Paul Spider, and I have now got an English version of the Apple Mac operating system running on there, and I've got a game installed on it. I've found a source of games, though the format they come in is varied. Some of them I can handle and some of them I can't, but I've got a good game running on there. I need to sort the controls and stuff out on it, but it's well worth watching, so I'll be doing a video of that. Yeah, I'm expecting like normal service will resume by about Monday or Tuesday. I should be able to get back into my normal daily routine, and then it will be service as usual. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to have anything now before New Year's Day or whatever. Whatever the case, hope you've had a great Christmas. I have had a great Christmas. It's been really good. So I hope yours has been good, and I hope you have a great and drunk to the amount that you would like Happy New Year. And yeah, thank you for watching.